Hi, welcome to my tutorial for building this neural network for recognizing the action of getting into and out of bed. So for my repository, you can go ahead and the first thing you can do is go ahead and clone the repository. So once the directory is cloned, let's go ahead and open this and look at the structure of my files real quick. So we have the training set right here and the testing set right here. We have all the Python files and my labels all outside in the home directory. So let's go ahead and first things first, we're going to go ahead and unzip the training videos and just go ahead and copy them all back into the home directory. So next thing to do is going to be to capture the frames from these videos. And I've created a framer program right here, which we're going to run. So go ahead and open up your code editor. Once you have your editor open, make sure you open the trainframe.py folder. And so these are going to be the video files, the names of the video files that we're actually going to be extracting the frames from. So we're going to go ahead and run our trainframe.py program. And this program actually you should start seeing all the frames start to pop up in our training set folder. As you can see, all of our training frames have popped up in here. I went ahead and gave you the liberty to already mapped each frame to its label. So whether the frame is depicting someone getting out of bed or not. So if they're not interacting with the bed in any way, it's going to be a 0. And if they are getting in or out of bed, it's going to be a 1. So we're going to use this file in our train.py program. So in here, we're actually going to use the train map to extract our labels. And we build our model over here, and we're going to compile down over here as well and fit the model towards the end. So after everything's done, go back to the home directory and run the train.py file. Now this will take at least about a minute, if not 2 minutes. If you have a GPU, it's probably going to be faster, but the training set's relatively small, so it should not take too long. Our program has finally finished running for 10 epochs, and we have our model completely trained, and it's saved as bedmodel.h5. Now, next thing to do is actually going to be looking at our test set. So my test set consists of 5 videos, which I'm going to go ahead and extract, and you can do the same to test my code, or you can use your own videos and actually use my framing program to extract the frames from those videos. So to use your own videos and extract the frames from your own personal video, all you have to do is open the testframe.py program, which is going to be right in here. And you're going to insert your video name right here in the video files array, and then run the test frame program, and it'll extract the frames for your specific video. Now I'm going to extract the frames for my 5 videos by running this program. So once you can see the frames are done being extracted, and you see they're all in here, we can actually go back to our root directory and see we actually have a new file now called bedmodel.h5. That's actually the model that we saved. All you have to do now to test on test data is going to be run, go back to the home directory, and run test.py. Now, for my 5 test videos, I actually created a map that has the corresponding labels of each frame. So this will show whether the frame is supposed to be getting in or out of bed. Now, you don't actually need any sort of mapping like this for your own videos when you're testing my model. This is just so I can see how well my model is doing against some videos that I have already categorized for myself. So if you do want to test your own personal videos, just simply replace these values with the videos that you have and run the frame program. And once you get your frames, you're actually going to have to, your frames are going to be in the test set folder. Now, you're going to actually have to go ahead and open up the CSV for the test map. And you don't need to add labels for your frames, but you will actually need to go ahead and have all the frames that you're using listed out in here. And that's important because our program actually reads these frames and extracts the values from the test set based on what the values are in here. It extracts the images. So you still need to actually make sure that all your frames are included in here, but you don't actually need the class if you're not going to be evaluating my model, if you only want the predictions. If you want to evaluate how well my model does, you will need to add your own classes for each frame. So once you do all that, you go ahead and you can actually run, once you have all the frames and once you have the mappings or just the frame in the mappings laid out, right, like these, you can go ahead and run test.py. Running test.py, you'll get an array of ones and zeros along with an accuracy value right here. Now, these array of ones and zeros corresponds to which frame is actually depicting someone interacting with a bed, like getting into or out of bed, or zero means they're not. If you run if you frame a single video and run test.py, you're only going to get the prediction labels for that particular video, which is handy to see if one particular video can hold up against the model. One key thing to remember about this is actually that my model seems to run better if you actually run train.py twice. So this may not always be the case, but I've noticed that running train.py twice retrieves better loss and better training accuracy, as well as better test accuracy. So just something to keep in mind when you run my code. Thank you.